Boucher, I've been asked to describe you in a couple of words. You know, the first few words that come to mind is a fighter. You know, I've always felt that you, you know, front up to battles, and the guys have sort of stood up and you know, fought with you. You've always been a leader when it comes to that.
Probably stubborn. You know, really a guy that you want in your team. Goes about his work so professionally, stubborn within his own ways. Does his job incredibly well. And a guy that, you know, when someone needs to walk out to bat, that's your man that you want.
A junkyard dog. I think Boucher will know what I mean by that. And the other one, just a Staffy. I'm sorry that I'm talking about dogs so much.
Pit bull or fighter. You know, he's always doing the graveyard work for the team.
Tenacity and full commitment.
Staffy, you know, the way he's played his cricket is like a typical tough dog that is on the field always giving everything.
Tenacious, always seem to have that fighting spirit when the chips are down.
I think one way to sum up Boucher is never say die.
Fighter, he's one of those guys that just never gives up, and he'll give you his all.
Inspirational, never say die.
He's a fighter. Definitely the word fighter. You know, Boucher always gives, you know, obviously gives his all out there.
He's always been the fighter and produced the goods under pressure.
Toughness. I found that he was a real competitor on the field. And the other one, I suppose, goes hand in hand with it, which was uncompromising. He set high standards for himself. Aggressive, and he was a scrapper.
Biggest fighter I've ever met in my life. Never say die attitude, and that's why I call him the Staffordshire Terrier.
He was the kind of guy you always wanted to take to war with you.
The second phrase would undoubtedly be, you're never wrong. He's never wrong. You know, whatever he says is the right thing, and I'm sure he'll second that. I mean, he's very adamant when it comes to his opinion. You're never wrong.
I stood next to Boucher a long time at his first slip, you know. Boucher's full of ideas. Obviously, you know, keeps him very, very busy. You know, he's a world record holder, so he's very good at that. Generally, he's pretty focused on what the next tactical move should be. Who should go to short cover? Maybe we should have a third slip. You know, working with bowlers, that's his strength.
Boucher was at the time batting 8, and we were costing him a lot of runs. You know, going out cheaply. The amount of work he's put in with the tail enders. Especially in Australia tours and England tours, you know, with short ball stuff and with tennis balls and all those sort of things, making us tough and ready for, you know, for match day was unbelievable.
What I enjoyed the most about Boucher was batting with him. I think if I had to choose one person I would have wanted to put a partnership on with, it was him. Great guy to play cricket with. I always enjoyed him coming to the crease if I happened to still be there, which probably wasn't that often, but he played very positively. He wanted to take the game forward. And obviously as a keeper he was just fantastic. The way he lined up, you know, he came and gave you suggestions. You know, we were just so comfortable with him.
He knew my action, he knew my body language, he could just tell me, he read me like a book, you know. Thank God he was in my team and not playing against me, because my career wouldn't be where it is without him. Just the help that he'd given me has taken me from being nobody and becoming somebody today, and you know, a lot of that pays tribute to Boucher.
Loves a challenge, and you know, that's the way he played his cricket. He played some magnificent innings. You know, it's not always the big hundreds that count, it's the little knocks, and you know, the games that come to mind are the 4-3-8 game. You know, when the pressure was really on, you always came out and stood up, and I think that's how people are going to remember you the most, you know, for those pressurised situations when you come out and perform. You know, 99% of the time you come off and you win the game for us.
Losing was never an option, and that's really one thing that stood out for me, is that whatever needs to be done, he would always be the guy in front to try and do that, and make sure that the rest of the team follow him.
When the team needed you at your best, you came and you did it for the team. I really enjoyed playing cricket with him. I just felt that his competitiveness rubbed off on our team space in a very positive way.
Boucher's a tough man. He's ultra competitive. If he joined us for a run, it always turned into a race.
One of the most competitive men I've been with on the cricket field, off the cricket field, on the golf course. Stay away from him. Whether you're running 10Ks, he's always got to run a few meters in front of you the whole way. but a great guy to have a bra and a couple of beers with.
To get him onto the physio table was always a challenge. He didn't like to admit that he was injured.
When I made my debut, first guy that came up to me, in the nets was Boucher, and just calmed me down.
You stood up for the team, you took blows for the team.
Boucher's just one of those guys you could really turn to. If you need someone to step up to the plate and then come to the party, he's your man. Really a guy to go to war with.
My memories of you will always be, you created a little battle within a battle. You weren't scared of a scrap at the best of times.
One of those guys that just never gave up, and I love that in him. He was a true fighter. Everybody saw that in him.
He was always someone that gave his all on the field for his country. His record speaks for itself. It's something that will never be broken ever by any keeper, I don't think.
Boucher's an extremely loyal man, a very loyal friend, someone that you can rely on. He's always going to be around to help you out if you need something.
He gives 100% of himself to you whenever he's available to you. Hope that makes sense. It's just you get a lot of people that you bump into now and then, and they give you a little bit of themselves. But with Boucher, he's always giving you everything that he can.
Thank you very much for everything that you've done in my career and helping me to develop in the best cricketer possible.
Boucher meant a lot in my career for me. My career probably would have ended a lot sooner if it wasn't for him, especially those first few years. Always a guy that's got my back, and thanks for everything, Boucher. You've been a legend.
But thanks for all the fantastic memories. It's a real privilege and honour to walk every time with you on the field.
You've been a great servant of the game and played the game in a good spirit.
I'm looking forward to having a couple of nice cold beers with you at Nsiri. And a couple of good game drives.
It was a privilege playing cricket with him for so many years, and I think the work he's doing now with SAB is a perfect job for him. He's an adventurous guy, he loves being in the bush, and he'll definitely fight the cause for runners, and hopefully I can join him in the near future.
What's a nice guy like Jacques Callis see in Mark Boucher that you are so friendly with him?
Well, they say opposites to attract, and I think I balance you out and you balance me out. You're the aggressive, loud one, I'm the quieter, soft one. So I think we really complement each other there, and I think we've got similar interests. Perhaps you've got a bit more time to work in your golf now and you can actually beat me on the odd occasion. So I hope you're out there practicing hard while I'm at work on a cricket field.
Boucher's nickname Rab comes from the movie 8 Mile, Eminem. Rabbit is an extremely angry man in the movie, and as we know, Eminem is an extremely angry man, and Boucher's an extremely angry man.
The Staffordshire Terrier.
Staffy.
Staffy, pit bull, a junkyard dog. Two words. Sorry. But sorry, just hang on one second. Is this gonna?
All the best with whatever endeavours you encounter over the next while, and may you catch a lot of rhinos.
Catch a lot of rhino poachers.
Sorry. Oh, that's going to be great for the last part. Oh dear. May you catch a lot of rhino poachers.